Hello folks, this is Jha from inspiredtorise.com and today we are going to unbox and review the Sony Xperia XZ. So guys, this is what the box for the Sony Xperia XZ looks like. The Sony Xperia XZ smartphone itself has a very nice metallic finish, and inside the box you get the USB Type-C cable and you get the charging adapter for the smartphone. The Xperia XZ comes with a 5.2-inch IPS LCD display with a 1080p resolution, and it has Corning Gorilla Glass protection also. The viewing angles were great and the device was visible in direct sunlight also. The build of this device is similar to a card holder, and that is one of the most annoying things about it. On the right hand side we have the power button, the volume rocker and the camera button, which is a dedicated camera button. The power button also has the fingerprint sensor, which is quite a novel position and is only seen on Sony smartphones, and it did work great. On the bottom of this device we have the USB Type-C connector along with the small hole for the microphone. In terms of overall design, it felt a little bit thick when compared to something like the OnePlus 3, but overall design was good. And on the left hand side we have the SIM tray slot for this one. It supports dual nano SIM, and one of the SIM tray slots is a hybrid SIM tray slot, so you can also use a micro SD card up to 256GB. On the back we have the camera sensor along with the Xperia branding and the flash. On the top of this device we have the 3.5mm jack, and I'm glad that it's still there, and you also get one noise cancellation microphone. In terms of internal hardware, the smartphone comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 quad-core chipset, Adreno 530 GPU, 3GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. It also comes with every sensor that you might need for a good day-to-day experience and good Android smartphone experience. The device scored around 1,46,542 on the Antutu benchmark, which is a great score, and it scored around 60 FPS on the Nina Mark II benchmark, which is also a great score. Though the RAM is only 3GB but the experience was smooth, still the score was a little less on some synthetic benchmarks, so I say that these guys could definitely have bumped up the RAM a little bit. The camera is a 23 megapixel camera with a f2.0 aperture, 1x2.3 inch sensor size. It supports electronic image stabilization through gyroscope, has face detection as well as laser autofocus, LED flash, and the images were okay. It can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second, 1080p videos at 60 frames per second, and the secondary camera is a 13 megapixel camera with the f2.0 aperture, 22mm lens size, 1x3 inch sensor size, and it is capable of shooting up to 1080p maximum resolution videos. The front camera had good picture quality, and I have already done a complete camera review which has almost all of the samples that I took. You can see few of the samples here in action, and you can see the full camera review. The link to that is in the description below. The camera has a 23 megapixel sensor, but still there is a lot of room for improvement, and I believe a lot of these things can be implemented via future software updates. Talking about software updates, this device recently received the Android Nougat 7.0 update. Here's the changelog for that. I did the update during my duration of the review, and I would like to stress upon the fact that Android Nougat is a completely different thing. The screen on time that I got with Android Nougat is amazing on this device. It has just a 2900 mAh battery, but the screen on time that I got with this device with Android Nougat installed was too good, and Sony has really implemented the Android Nougat software in a really great way, so the overall experience came out quite smooth. And in terms of UI also, it's good, and on scrolling up to the left hand side you get the Google Now cards on demand, which make your overall smartphone experience even better. Though I would have loved to have 4GB RAM on this device, but only 3GB RAM is present. But the Android Nougat experience makes this overall smartphone experience even better. After the update, the performance improved, everything became really smooth. The screen on time and the overall battery usage time became so great that I was really impressed by this device. Notification counter on the icons was something that I really appreciate, and it is similar to iOS experience. One of the only things that distinguish Sony smartphones a lot from other smartphones is the audio experience. This smartphone has something called as DSEE-HX, which allows you to upscale your compressed music, which is MP3 quality tracks, to high dynamic range tracks, and the experience changes when you have earphones or headphones. It also has support for 24-bit 1922kHz high resolution audio, and that is something found on really less devices. The fingerprint sensor performance was great every time, and as you can see, after using it for 2 or 3 days, the fingerprint sensor was able to unlock every time smoothly enough. The Sony Xperia XZ comes with front-facing dual stereo speakers, and the audio quality on them was quite good. This phone is geared towards music lovers, And now let's just test the audio quality of this device by playing a soundtrack. Though a mobile speaker can never produce sufficient amount of bass, but I was still surprised by the sound quality of this device. The Xperia XZ retails for a price of 48,000 rupees. This smartphone is only meant for those people who want to invest in the Sony brand name, who want a decent camera experience, great sound experience, good battery life, and the Sony experience. This smartphone is definitely good enough to recommend to anyone for day-to-day usage, and it is powerful enough, but still you have good options in the OnePlus 3T and the OnePlus 3, and when you can buy something less than 30,000 which gives you great performance, then it becomes really tough to justify such a smartphone, though having this smartphone has its own advantages. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you liked this one, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos like this. This is Aitan Ajha from inspiredtorise.com signing off folks. Stay inspired to rise.